We're finally at the finale. But we still gotta sit through 3 parts of this fucking reunion. So that means we gotta spend the rest of the month with this bullshit. Let's just get into the review. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scott, and we're here for my review of the Real Housewives of Potomac finale, okay? This is what we all been waiting for, so let's get to it. So we open up the episode with Monique. She's sitting down talking to her therapist, and she's sitting down talking about her childhood traumas as far as going to an all-white school, and her and her sister being the only black people, and they had to defend themselves when they went to an all-black school. They were teased and bullied and taunted for talking too white, too proper, all of that other stuff. So that's what she starts talking about. Now, here's my thing. I don't know what Monique is trying to do. I don't know if she's trying to sit up and give herself a sympathy case and all of this other stuff. But she says that she's remorseful, but she's not remorseful for defending herself. Defending yourself from what, girl? Okay, like at the end of the day, regardless of how I feel about this fight, yes, I feel like they are both they're both accountable for the fight. But Monique, you would not defend yourself against shit, because at the end of the day, you did hit the girl first. You know, you did hit her first. You did fling her hair first. You did drag her by her head first. So stop saying that you're resentful. Just listen. I would really respect Monique enough to just say, I don't give a fuck. I'm not resentful. I don't feel no remorse. I'm sorry. I don't feel no remorse for this shit at all. I don't feel no remorse. I want to beat that bitch ass. I felt like she betrayed me, so I want to fight her, and that's it. And that may be wrong. It is wrong. Like, you just don't fight nobody just because they did you wrong. But that's really how she feels. She feels betrayed by Candiace, so she wants to whoop her ass. And I really would respect her enough if she would just say that instead of trying to weasel her way out of it. At the end of the day, you put your hands on the girl, you fought the girl, it is what it is. Just don't say you feel any remorse for anything, because you know that you don't. You keep showing that you don't. So don't go into a therapy session crying and you really ain't sorry about it. Just say, I want to beat that bitch ass, and that's that on it. I respect it a lot more if you put it to him that way. But you won't do that. You want sympathy and shit, and it's hard to give it to you when you keep doing shit like this. That's just what it is. So Ashley and Michael, they were talking about Candiace and how it's her turn to be the victim and all this other crazy who shot John shit that they were talking about. But then they started talking about Juan is going to be proposing to Rob. Yes, I said Rob. Because y'all know y'all get all offended. Oh, you're misgendering Robin. Girl, fuck Robin. I call her Rob. That's her nickname. If I can call Stevie J Savannah J, I can call her as Rob. Fuck all that. But Michael is not enthusiastic about the fact that Juan is going to marry Robin. He feels like Juan told me things, and I just don't think that he's going to marry Robert. I just don't think so. So you and Juan have that type of relationship? I think that Michael is mad because his man crush is getting married. He really want that dick. That's all that is. Michael want that dick from Juan, and I don't blame him at all, but he want that dick, and that's all it is, child. That's all it is. He want that dick. That's all. You want that dick, and that's it. That's it. You want that dick. Point blank period. So Candiace and Dorothy, they go to the nail salon, and they were discussing, Candiace going house hunting now. Her and Chris is looking for a house and stuff like that. And Dorothy made the comment to say, well, when I get too old, I'm going to have to move in with y'all. You know what I mean? And Candiace ain't really here for that. She said, you got 2 other children, child. You can move in with them. You know what I mean? And then they was talking about, her having children or whatnot, and she said she'll just come over there and take the baby from them. And I know my mama has said that. She said if either one of y'all had children, y'all would never have that baby, because I'm gonna always have it. And I'm looking at her like, well, I don't know what you talking about, one of us, because I ain't never having no damn kids. Even if I wasn't gay, I still wouldn't have no fucking kids, because I don't want no damn kids, period. I don't, period. My brother or my sister would give her a grandchild. I ain't giving a shit. Period. So Ray helps Karen prepare for HSN. Okay, she's going on HSN to promote and sell her her perfume product, and Ray says he gonna miss her. I hope he ain't just saying that just so she can shut the fuck up, because you know she been trying to get him love all damn season. Then they discuss the party, and everybody want to make it seem like, you know, she tried to set Candiace up and all this other who shot John shit, and she just feels like she's been there for Candiace. And I just feel like Karen has been there for Candiace for a lot of time. She was especially there for her all last season when she was pretty much being on the island by herself. You know, with all that shit going on with Ashley, and people were taking Ashley's side and all that other shit. Karen did have Candiace's back. It's just that Candiace feels like because she was the one that got her ass beat, that Karen is supposed to take her side and her side only. And that's my issue with Candiace. Now, I don't need nobody coming in my comments saying everybody else do shit, but when Candiace do something, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. Please don't start that shit. Because as much as I drag Gizelle and Robin way more than I say anything about Candiace, y'all can really shut the fuck up. For real. Like I said, that's my problem with Candiace. Like, it's all about her. Like, it's my side or no side. It's my side or no side. Like, she'll be happier if Karen jumped on the bandwagon and say fuck Monique, and that's that. But why would she do that when that's her friend? My thing about it is, you know, like I said before, it's all about how you was raised in a situation when it comes down to fighting and stuff like that. And yes, at the age of 31, I'm not out here fighting anyone. At the age of 31, I do avoid a lot of conflicts sometimes. Now, I may lose my cool sometimes, but sometimes I have the control enough to not put my hands on nobody, because there's a lot of people I could have put my hands on these past couple of months, but I ain't did it. So, no, at 31, no, I'm not fighting. But at the same point in time, I'm never going to look down on a person just because they got into a physical altercation and they're an adult. I'm not going to look down. I'm not going to be on my high horse and judge them for it. That's just not me. Because I know that people do get into altercation sometimes. Sometimes it happens sporadically. Sometimes you never expect it to go that far, and it does. Things happen. I live in a real world, not this world of lollipops and candy. I don't live in that world. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not out here fighting at 31 years old. I wish I would be somewhere fighting when I'm 31 years old. But at the same time, I'm never going to look down on somebody just because they got into a physical altercation. And if it was one of my friends that got into a physical altercation, I would not stop fucking with them just because they got into a physical altercation. That's something they got to deal with. It ain't my fight, and it ain't my damn heaven or hell to judge them and put them in. So it is what it is. I'm just not a judgmental person. I'm never going to turn my back on somebody just because they fucked up and got into a physical altercation. And that's what the fuck Candiace can't understand. She want Karen to just take her side and her side only when she's clearly friends with the both of them. So she want her to just ditch one person and be all about her. That ain't right, because if it was her on the other foot, she would not want Karen to do her like that, period. So we're on our way to Gizelle and Robert's party. Not Gizelle and Robert, but Juan and Rob's party. And Candiace and Chris were talking, and you know Candiace is about to sing. I just said I like her song, but that live voice, I can't fuck with it, but okay. So she's singing and she don't want to scream and yell tonight, but she feels like she is, because she got to talk to Karen about the party situation and all this other stuff. And she just feels like Karen tried to set her up, and she feels like Karen is not on her side right now. But, I mean, Candiace, I just feel like it's just childish of you to place someone in a situation where they got to pick a side. Because for me, I keep on saying, if I got into a fight and I got my ass beat by somebody attacked me, and the three of us are friends, I'm never going to make nobody choose a side. That's just me. That's just me. I'm speaking for me and me only. I'm speaking for me. If I know that my friend is friends with me and the person that I got into the fight with, I'm never going to make them choose a side. Like, I'm never going to make them feel like they got to invite me here, but invite them there. Like, yes, if we're having a one-on-one, like, lunch or breakfast or something like that, I don't want that bitch around me. But if you're having a event, like a party, I can be in the same room with this bitch, but we ain't talking to each other. There's no pleasantries. There's nothing. Like, I can just really act like you don't exist if you're around me and I don't fuck with you like that. That's just how I roll with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I never put nobody in no position where, oh, I got to choose. Oh, I got to do it. Because that's childish to me. And y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but to me, that's childish to place someone in that damn predicament and just say, pick me, pick me, pick. No. We're not in high school. We are grown. Ain't nobody got to do shit for me. Period. Don't nobody owe me nothing to pick a side. I don't need nobody to pick my side. You just move accordingly. That's it. So Gizelle talking about Jamal missing the party because it's a Saturday and he got to be at the church tomorrow to praise Lord and be on the damn pulpit and preach and be so hypocritical up under the pulpit. Child, please. He living that damn phone. He wasn't coming no way. He wasn't coming no way, girl. You already knew he wasn't coming, you lying ass bitch. You knew he wasn't coming. So Ashley, Karen, and Rob discussed Karen. Now Karen told put it in the group message that she may not be able to come because her flight was delayed. So then they started talking shit about her, talking about the only reason why she's not coming because she don't want to take the heat for the situation that happened at the party last week. That's why she doing it. And blah blah blah. And then here go Gizelle. You know she tried to set up Candiace. You know that's all she was doing was setting up Candiace, setting up Candiace, setting up Candiace. Like, girls, Gizelle, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up. Cause that's all you do. You don't give a fuck about Candiace. You don't give a fuck about Monique either. You don't give a fuck about this fight, period. Cause at the end of the day, you and your fucking sidekick ain't doing shit but using this to your own fucking advantage. And this is why I'm annoyed with both Candiace and Monique. Because Candiace really believed that she got friends with these bitches, Robin and Gizelle. I really believe that I really believe that 444 was really her friend. I really believe that. But Gizelle and Rob is not her motherfucking friends. They using her pain, her trauma, her situation to their own fucking personal gain, to their own thing. Because at the end of the day, they don't like Monique and they been want her off the motherfucking show. Okay, they been want her off the motherfucking show. So because you got into a fight with this bitch, of course they were overjoyed. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't even care about you being hurt. They don't care about your trauma. They gotta pretend like they do because it goes along with what the fuck they want. They don't care about none of it. They don't care about you nor Monique. They don't care. And at the end of the day, y'all got played by the both of them. Cause see, it started with Monique being dumb as fuck. Cause I drug her all season for it. It started with her being dumb as fuck, meeting up with Gizelle, trying to plot to ice out Candiace, and then she turns around and get into a fight with the same bitch she tried to ice out, only for her to get into the fight with the girl. And then these same bitches that you was eating lunch with and kicking with, and you knew you didn't like them, and you knew that they supposedly had a plot to ruin your goddamn family and shit like that, they turned around and iced your ass the fuck out, and now you ain't got no airtime, you're barely around, and that's just what it is. So at the end of the day, I cannot fucking stand Gizelle nor Robin, because all the fuck they do is talk trash about this bitch and give her a hard time. All they want to do is attack this woman, but then when they come for their motherfucking ass, then they ain't got nothing to say. They act like she the wrong person. Bitch, bye. She did not try to set fucking Candiace up, and you know that she did. Karen already showed those text messages. The proof was already in the pudding. She did not invite them at the same goddamn time. She made sure that there was a 2-hour difference between the both of them. So get the fuck out of here, bitch. Even Charisse is there, and they all started talking about Karen not being there. It's just basically a Karen bashing situation, and Candiace was right there with them bashing a woman and all this other stuff. And I just think that is really ridiculous and just stupid. Like, y'all mad about the woman not being here. Okay, so it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, y'all love coming for Karen. Now, Ashley being messy because she sit there and she talks to Gizelle, and she tells Gizelle that what Michael said. Michael said that he don't think that Juan's gonna propose to Robert at all. But you know, Gizelle gets scared because she like, but he told me he was gonna propose. Like, what's going on here? And I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I can't stand that bitch, Gizelle. I cannot stand that bitch. So she goes over to Juan and asks if he's ready, and then you know that it goes down like that. Candiace starts singing. Juan proposes to Rob, and of course the linebacker Bill bitch says yes. So then Gizelle and Charisse are standing up there, and they start talking trash about Karen and her not being there, and how she tried to set up Candiace and how she ain't been having Candiace's back. But then Karen arrives, and it's still an issue. So when she walks through the door, like, they still mad. Like, they still fucking pissed off at the end of the day. So when she finally sits down, they all want to confront her and gang up yet again about this fucking party. And at this point, the woman already provided the proof. She did not ask them to come at the same time. Now, she said, yes, I did ask you to come early at first, but then you said you were going to be late, so I decided to tell you to come in at 6:30 instead of 4. Monique came in at the time that you were supposed to come in. That's all there was. Now, maybe Karen should have sat up there and explained that better, and maybe she never would have looked like she was being shady as fuck. But at the end of the day, the proof remains the same. She was not trying to set Candiace the fuck up, and it's pretty clear. And Gizelle just trying to push that narrative because she's a stupid ass bitch who ain't got nothing else to talk about, no fucking storyline, because Jamal ain't no goddamn storyline for her. She using him him for one because she ain't got shit else to do. She ain't nothing but a damn puppet master, a damn bone carrier, and she ain't even entertaining that doing that shit. So it is what it is, bitch. Fuck Gizelle. Fuck Robin too, because they really pushing this shit with Karen and all this other stuff. And then you got Candiace yelling to the top of her voice about how you know what happened. You saw a bitch attack me and you drinking her fucking Kool-Aid. Ain't nobody drinking her Kool-Aid, because at the end of the day, the woman told Monique that she was wrong. You are not satisfied with that. The only way you would be satisfied is if the woman's just stopped talking to Monique, period. Ain't nobody finna stop talking to a bitch just because you want them to. It is what it is. Like, Wendy, shut the fuck up. Gizzard, shut the fuck up. Robert, shut the fuck up. And Ashley, you shut the fuck up too, because at the end of the day, you just got through throwing Karen under the goddamn bus last week. So shut the fuck up. All y'all need to shut the fuck up at the end of the day. Because Candiace just doing too much to me at this point. Like, yeah, she has every right to feel however she wants to, but just trying to make this woman choose a side just for her own personal gain, not her own personal gain, but just because she feeling away. Karen did not get her ass beat by Monique, so why the fuck should she turn on her? It's straight up. Like, even if it was Candiace that laid hands on Monique, I wouldn't be sitting up here encouraging people to turn their back on her for what? They got into a fight. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Like, straight up. Like, that's really how I feel about the situation. Like, this shit is really dumb. Like, it's straight dumb as fuck, and I can't get with it at all. Like, it's fucked up, for real. So, as Candiace and Karen are arguing, that's when Michael goes over to Chris and tells him that he needs to control his wife, and then that's when Chris tells him to shut the fuck up and, you know, get the fuck out of his face, and then that's when Michael told him to shut the fuck up and listen, and Mike pushed him away. I mean, Chris pushed Mike away, and then Mike said, "You're touching me. You're touching me. You're touching." And then after that, after all of that shit, first he said he touching him. First, then he said he pushed him. Then he said he got physical with him. Like, Mike don't do nothing but lie and get shit going. Then Ashley come down there, and then she asked him. Then she goes down there and say, I don't know if she was talking to Candiace or she was talking to Chris, but she said, "You were talking shit about Monique, talking about she don't have no self control. But what do you have?" And then that's when Candiace was like, "Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?" So now it's like the wives going against each other because the husbands then got into it. And so Mike starts charging towards Candiace like he gonna do something to her. And I'm sitting up here like, if you don't sit your old ass down, you don't supposed to walk up to no woman like that. Are you serious? And then you got Candiace talking about, Michael, you want to hit me, Michael? I dare your motherfucking ass. I'm like, girl, stop daring people to put their hand. That's what I'm talking about. Stop daring people to touch you. Keep daring people to touch your ass, and somebody's gonna do it. Somebody was already dumb enough to do it already. Stop daring people to put their hands on you, period. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Stop daring people to do that. Have you learned? Stop daring people to put their hands on you. But all in all, Mike did too fucking much. Like, what the fuck you walking up on Candiace for anyway? Straight up, you shouldn't even be walking over to Chris anyway, knowing the man don't fuck with you like that, and you don't fuck with him. You was just talking shit about him anyway. So what the fuck you going over there to him trying to get some shit going? And Ashley, you shut the fuck up. You just want a problem. Shut up. Michael on some fucking bullshit because he starts going off on production. Like, what the fuck you going off on production for? Embarrassing the shit out of Ashley. But girl, that's your man, girl. That's your man. At the end of the episode, we get into Monique again. And she says that both complaints were dropped. They looked at the footage. They felt like it wasn't a one-person show. And they dropped the case. Candiace feels some type of way about the courts dropping the case. She doesn't feel like it was the right thing to do. And that's just that on that. She feels some type of way. She feels betrayed by Monique. She felt like she was a really close friend and her close friend put her hands on her. And honestly, I can't say that I'm mad at her for feeling like that. I can't be. Because once you put your hands on somebody, the friendship may as well be over. You can't be trusted if you put your hands on them. And that's just what it is. Now, before I go, I have not enjoyed reviewing this season at all. I've been attacked every which way. Been accused of being a colorist, been accused of being a misogynist, been accused of upholding Monique in her violent behavior when I wasn't, having a personal issue with Candiace, all this other stuff. Like, this has been one of the most tumultuous times for me to review a show. Like, straight up, I have never done it. I've been accused of hating my mom, hating all black women when I advocate for black women all the fucking time. And it's just that on that. I've seen the comments that I have seen about me and countless other YouTubers like Funky Dineva, myself, Terrence, even Justin J, and I don't even fuck with him like that, but we all been accused of being toxic males and all this other stuff, and it's just crazy because that's not me. And you know, people, some of my YouTubers, my Team Scotty people have met me in person, and they know that I'm not that type of guy. They know I'm probably one of the sweetest people you can meet, straight up, all the time. So that shit was disheartening, but it is what it is. I had to just say that in closing because I just want Team Scotty to know that I love you guys. I just have to stop looking at the negative stuff and focus more on the positive stuff, because there's a lot of positive stuff going on for me. And I must say that there's a lot of positive things going on for me. It's a lot, because I can't talk about it right now, but I cannot wait till I announce it to you guys. Like, I'm so happy about this. That being said, you guys, I'm out here. Till my next review. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.